All right, well, not the transition I was looking for, but that will work. Let's see what we have going on today. Oh, the audio is delicious. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate. I've never had delicious audio before. By the way, right here, you can see the VIC-20 color computer, and I just went ahead and have it running over here in the background. So a little background for you. Oh my goodness, there's Mislav is starting us out appropriately today. Thank you so much for that. Good to have you. And I am. Mislav just gave me a super chat, so thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. But I've got some things over here, right here, that I'm going to unbox for us. Then I want to do just a quick little update on the last video I did. If time permitting, hopefully we can sneak that in there, or we're going to make time for it. If you've not seen the video, that's the one where I convert the submarine tracking program from version 7 to version 10. Had a blast with that. A lot of great activity on the Discord, and it actually influenced some changes. So we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. And then we're going to get back to our onboarding SD card for the MEGA65. And actually this time, for the first time, I did some homework on those demos. So, and you'll see that a little bit as we go. I don't think I'll get tired of just looking at the Mega. Okay, well there you go right here. We'll just take a minute to pause, Mark, just for you. We're all gonna just look at the Mega and enjoy. Okay, enough of that business. These are the demos. This is the demo sheet that I've been kind of working from for the MEGA65 demos, and you can see we've marked out many of those. We'll be marking out more of those today. We don't really need that today, but I just thought I'd show you. That is the directory listing. I will also tell you that we are not going to get through all the demos today, so there will be a part 3. So if you're not excited about all these demos, sorry, there will be a part 3. If you're excited to see the rest of them, we're going to do that in the probably next live stream. We got a couple other things planned too. But anyway, we are going to work our way through this entire list of demos, which again are C64 titles for the MEGA65 that comes with the MEGA65 onboarding SD card. They're calling it side B of the SD card, which I just love that. I think that's great. So we are going to get to that. We've got some boxes here. Now I'm going to push all this aside, and we are going to start first of all with something that's already been unboxed. I'm just going to show you how I take those things, especially Mislav. I want to explain to you how I use the funds when you all send me a little super chat or whatever. This is a new Zoom camera that I can't show you because you're looking out of that camera right now. This is that camera. That makes the lovely accountant very happy, okay? Because we don't have to buy out of the budget. So excellent, thank you all. And all 3 of these came from AliExpress. Just a word about that. It takes forever for stuff to come through AliExpress. I'm not sure I will ever order again from them. These 3 things are not necessarily Commodore related or MEGA65, but they are kind of retro computing tools that we need as we go through. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this first one here. I do have the knife right here. You know, it's funny, I ordered these so long ago, I don't even remember what they are. All right, this one is, and I don't know why I ordered this, I just wanted to try it. This is another HDMI video capture device. This thing was about $6. I mean, it was so cheap, and I have several of these, and they're great to have if you're using OBS, which I don't use OBS a lot. And one of the things I do know, these actually seem to work. Most of these USB capture devices do seem to work really well with the MEGA65. I've been able to capture from these into my computer. So if you need something, that's a good one. So let's go ahead and open this up. See what we have in here. All right, this is a wrapped up. Oh, this is, I need this. This is a mini cooling fan. It says cooling fan, but actually what I'm using it is to pull some solder smoke away from me when I'm soldering. So here it is. Oh, it's actually looks pretty cool. Check this out. And I'm looking, it looks like we've got, well, it is USB-C. So, you know, if it's USB-C, that's at least a positive. So here we go, and let's turn it on for the first time and see what happens. It's basically just a fan from a CPU fan, I think. I'm going to move this up to the mic so you can hear it. So that's pretty quiet. So the goal is I want to just kind of set it next to where I'm soldering and just pull the fumes away. I know I should have a filter. So I will probably have some kind of charcoal filter onto the side over there, but that's just kind of handy. Tool is cool. All right, well, yeah, actually it's okay. So let's go ahead and we will turn that off. Oh, hi, there you go. Can you hear that? I did not realize it was 2 speeds. So here's low and there's high. All right, this next one, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Okay, this is, now we've all probably seen in a lot of YouTube videos, solder suckers. This, if you can believe it, is a solder sucker. Solder suckers are not cheap, and I think this is why I'm a little scared of it. I think this was about 30 bucks. Of course, then it warms the solder, and then supposedly we press a button, the pump hits, it sucks it up, and then it's going to take that solder up. It does come with these little cleaning tips right here. You can see that. So those are the kind of things that I got this past week since the last live stream. And we will see how it works and give you an update. Are you all ready to get to a little MEGA65? If you've not had a chance to see the last video, the program conversion, I do have that here on the screen for you to take a look at. If you have seen that, then you know one of the things I had to do was I had to use a couple of different commands other than the ones from the Commodore 128. Specifically this box command, I had to use the line command to draw that on the screen because the lines or the character command wouldn't overwrite the box. You have to see the video. I'm not going to go through it. But I did want to share with you quickly what I was talking about in that video. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little typing in. Now, I believe I can hit F1 and we can make that a little bit bigger for you. So there you go. Here. We'll bump that up to 3 megahertz here in just a minute. So you can, there we go. All right. And now you'll notice here's the part that was causing me issues. I couldn't use the box command because if you notice right now, the box is showing up underneath the text of the submarine tracking system. So in my particular example, what I did is I used the line command. And so it made the program longer. It also didn't let me use the box command, which is more of a line by line comparison or conversion to the C128 version. So BitShifter over on the Discord said, hey, I've got a solution for you. And so I've documented all this as video errata on the companion blog post for the last video. If you've not checked that out, you can do that. So let me go ahead and show you what he said to do. He said, this command right here, there are some codes that were not documented in the manual. And so what I can do is I can hit Shift, I'm going to hit Insert, and then I'm going to hit Control B, and that stands for blank. So if I hit that now and run it, watch what happens with that text. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and while we're doing that, let's speed this up to 3 right here, because I know you all are curious about high speed and how that's going to work. And here you go. Now you can watch it a little bit faster and you can see that it gets rid of that. So that B code, that Control B code, blanks the area underneath the text, which is just great. And it allowed me to have something that was just a little more similar to what we had with the Commodore 128 version. As you can tell, this is just a dream to program in BASIC on. I really love it. And my understanding is, and Oliver can correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding though is that this keyboard is the same one on the dev kit that I have. This keyboard here is the same one that's going to come on the MEGA65 when it's released, hopefully in April or so, right? That we're still waiting on that. Okay, this is 1 megahertz. So this is akin to like running the same program on a Commodore 64. Now, with high res, this is high res graphics. The problem with this though is I can't do a 2 megahertz, which is what a C128 runs at. So the next one I have to go up to is 3. So we'll see what that looks like. And you can watch that run here. See it a little bit faster. Now, check it out at 40. This is what I love. This really, when you kick this up to 40, this really throws or lets you understand how BASIC could really be a used program for programs now, and maybe even some light gaming. So I'm anxious to play with this. Now, I guess I should put, you don't have to put 40 in here. 1 is 1 megahertz. 3 is 3 megahertz. Anything else would do 40. I just do 40 for clarity. I don't want to accidentally put 2 in and think that's at 2 megahertz. So that's the way I understand it now. Oliver says the keyboard is in fact the same one that's coming for the release of the MEGA65. Thank you for that, Oliver. Appreciate it. And let's go ahead and run this at 40 megahertz. You ready? Don't blink. Are you going to miss it? There you go. How about that? I mean, that is the power of BASIC in 40 megahertz, and that's going to allow us to do some pretty incredible things with the MEGA65. And this is one of the things that really makes the Mega on par in many ways with the Amiga. Let's see, Oliver is going to clarify a little bit for us. I appreciate it. 3 is 3.5 megahertz. Yes, you're right. It's not 3 megahertz. I'm sorry. You're right. And 40 is actually 40.5 megahertz. So thank you. Yes, we can all use a half megahertz speed increase. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. That completes that portion. How about we get into some demos? Hey, Mark, thank you so much. Mark just sent a super chat. Thank you so much, Mark. Very appreciative. It says, I've got to go for now and get on a call. So it looks like Mark left a super chat and I didn't get a chance to thank him. I will be sure to do that later. All right, let's get into some demos. Now, what I'm going to do for the demo is we are going to go straight into MEGA65 mode. I will do this, but we're going to stay here so that you can see everything full screen. I'm not going to use that double screen, so hopefully that's good for you. I'm going to share with you that I do have a blog post coming for the demos, and what I've done is you're going to find a little information about the demo itself here, and we'll talk about those as we go, but then also what's the load command. So that is here as well for you. So let's go back to here. I show you this because I need to plug in my joystick because we do have a game or two. So that is in. This is, of course, the Hyperkin. I always talk about the Hyperkin. Links everywhere if you need to find that. Great joystick. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to hit the restore button. So let me just show you quickly the restore button right here. This is the restore. If I hold that, watch what happens to my screen. Hold that for just a couple of seconds, and you'll see that I get what's called our freezer menu. This is for those of you that are new to the channel. I'm seeing some of you that are new, but within these freezer channels, I can save states. So for instance, this state right here, if you look at it, you see that dark screen, that's actually the side A of the MEGA65 onboarding CD. If I want to load that, then I can just hit F3. That'll load it. You're probably hearing some music. Let me check. You are hearing music. And we may have to turn that up a little bit. Hold on just a second. There we go. All right, and this is again is what you're going to see when you boot up the Mega for the very first time. You'll see we have demos, games, music, utilities. If I go to 2, you can see all the games we have and so on and so forth. So if I want to do number 4, which is Character Wars, I can hit return. And again, what's great is this is so fast to load. And let's go ahead and playing this with a lag is not good, let me tell you. The great thing again now is I can hit restore, and now I don't have to reboot the MEGA65. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to this screen, hit F3, and what's happening now is the MEGA65 load in Commodore 64 mode, and then I've already loaded the contents of the disk directory. So if I type list, you can see all that right here. So again, it's easy to go back and forth. And some of the other freezer menus I have saved, I have Commodore 64, I have the MEGA65. This one is for Hibernate, which is a piece of boxed software that you can get that is MEGA65 specific. It comes on a lot of platforms, but they have a 65 version. You also see one here that is, what is this one? Oh, this one is using the internal floppy drive. And when I say internal floppy, I mean, yes, it's using an internal floppy. And this freezer state is GEOS. GEOS does work. It's in, I don't have a mouse hooked up, so all I could do is load it. And unfortunately, GEOS, one of the things when you load it from the freezer, it will take over the screen. I would have to reboot. For some reason, it's not releasing nicely. And then this one is 11, which is a development environment that I'm planning on working on. And this is Bad Moon Rising, which is just a cool C64 game that I have loaded. And again, I can play, save the state, and come back to that state later. Let me get out of here. Let's go back into here. And let's load our first demo, and it's going to be C64 Anabalt. Now, the nice thing about it is you'll notice I don't need to type the ,8. I say that, it was working earlier. I don't have to type the ,8 because the default is the SD card. I also don't need to close the quotations. And this is our first one. This is a game. I guess before I do that, let me, if I list the directory contents here, everything above this line right here, these are all games. So everything you see on that SD card here is games. Everything below are demos. So we're going to start with some games. Got a little screen glitch there. I'm not sure what that is, but this is a really fun game. This one is it's got a really cool look to it. Let's go ahead and press fire port 2. Now, here's the other thing. I am plugged into port 1 right now, so I'm going to hit restore. And you'll see in the freezer, we have, if I hit J, I can swap joysticks. And then we can hit F3 to resume, and now I am in port 2. So if I click my button, it's working. And then we can play this game. Now, I have no earthly idea what I'm doing. I'm assuming this is it, and there we go. Looks like it's a scrolling platformer, and I just need to pay attention, and hopefully, oh, I died. Yep, Anabalt. And that is an official conversion of Atom, Atomic, and Danny V's award-winning single-button 2009 indie game. So there you go. That's a recent game that was created. Again, all I need to do now is hit restore. I'm going to go forward 1. I'm going to load that, and now I'm back to where I was. I don't have to load that disc or anything. And the next game we're going to play is one called Shotgun. All right, so let's go ahead and run this one. Is a multiplayer game. The best I'm going to be able to do on this, and it looks like I'm going to need to change the joystick again. So let's go back and change that back to there, and let's resume. And there we go. Now we can go back up to here. Let's change players to, this is a 2 to 3 to 4 player game. So we'll go ahead and do that. You'll see that we have kills and everything else. Let's go ahead and start game. Just so you can see this game. Again, this is a 64 game. This one is from Dr. Waro. It's 2 to 4 player deathmatch game. So I'm assuming that if I do this, it looks like I come up here and I grab a shotgun, and this is pretty. I don't know about. And then you can see you can shoot. So I guess the point is I need to come in here and shoot. There we go. And that would be the point. So you two would just be 2 players or 4 players. If it's 4 players, you're probably starting from each corner. Would be running around shooting things. There is a game called Shotgun. Now, the next one we're going to load is one called Frogs. And you may think that this is Frogger. It is not. It is another multiplayer game from Dr. Waro. There we go. Let's run that one. Oh, and I just put it in the water. So what you've got to do is you've got to get from your pad all the way to, and I'm going to lose it. Yep, there we go. All the way down to the other pad and knock them out. Oh, goodness. You know, I was better at this earlier. Go to the next one. All right, and the next one we have is something called Surfing. This one is direct from 1988 and complete with messages to you from the developer. You can see those scrolling. It presents a single image with continual music and all that business. And here, this is what really makes it go. You got to tap the space bar. Once you do that, that gets out of that opening screen, and then you get into the actual demo itself, and you can see the person surfing on a grid of some kind. It's really kind of a cool graphic. And then you have a bunch of streaming text at the bottom. So let's go ahead and restore, but that is Surfing. Let's go on to the next one. Let's go ahead and load this one. And the next one we're going to look at is one called Time for Dole by Mechanics. This is from 1988, and that should load that one. Check out this opening. Got the Time for Dole. It's got a nice screen at the bottom. All right, so there you go. There is Time for Dole. Now, the next one we're going to load up. The demo itself is called PC-Pert, and it's by Triad, so it's a little confusing in the file name. And then we'll come in and get caught up. There you go. There's that fun little Petsky loading screen. I love that. It feels like a terminal, doesn't it? There you go. Hit space again. It says now is this time. Get some more music. Hello. I think that was it. There's a couple of these. You hit space, and I've got this in the companion blog post when that goes live. Antic Transcom. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. So let's load. So here we go. Let's go ahead and load that one. But that's fun. Okay, here we go. We're going to run this one. Like the loader. See the little upper left-hand corner up there? There we go. Antic. If it were me, I'd call this frantic Antic. But check out the text. Watch the text. So pretty cool. That's what I like. I like the rotating 3D text. I think that's really pretty sweet. So really, really good. I like that. I'm rolling through these things. The next one we're going to do is, that was Antic. This one is called D.Y.C.P. So here we go. This is D.Y.C.P. Someone likes text on curves. Check this out. That's all this is text on curves. And that's all you're going to get. So it's not really that exciting. I'm not really a big fan of that one. I am a fan of this next one though. So let's go ahead and load this one up. This one is one that I do like. Oh. Feel like we should. It's very patriotic. There we go. This is the music from the Green Beret. And I think there was a game called the Green Beret, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the music from that. Now, I'm going to let this go for a minute because this has got this really neat effect here in just a minute where we get a little flashing screen. Did you see the flash? How it's got the soldiers on patrol? I just like that. I don't know why. I just think that's really a neat feature, the way they're flashing that background. So that one is one that we call Greenwars, and Greenwars was, let's see, from 1988. Don't have who produced this one though. So, all right, next one we're gonna go to is one called Star Riders. Let's go ahead and load. Now this one says you need to press the space bar to get it going, so we'll let the title screen load. Love the colors. This one is really nice. And there you go. So this one's kind of neat because you've got like a speed up there. You've got these patterns, this 3D pattern, and it looks like doing a demo of some, I'm sure they're not sprites. I'm not sure what they are, but it's pretty impressive with especially with the shadow down at the bottom. I like that one. That one's pretty good. All right, we're getting there. Let's go ahead and bring up the next one here. And I'm really getting this down now where I can fly through, maybe fly through these. That didn't look good, did it? Let's do L-Shift-O, try that again. And this next one is called Electric Café. There we go. So if you like disembodied floating heads, this is the demo for you. Now this next one, I didn't have listed, so we're going to have to, the command listed, so I'm actually going to have to list this directory and see what it is. So let me go ahead and do this. Should be right around here. There it is. That's it right there. That's Scoop. This is the next one. All right, so starts with the start screen. Let that, like many of these demos, we press space. Now it definitely harkens back to 1988. But where are we? Where are we? Oh, I remember the Electric Café. Oh, Dr. 64 remembers it. There you go. Excellent. But I have a burning question. The music is from a German group called Kraftwerk. Oh, excellent. Good to know that. I was not aware of that. I did not find that in the information for it, though, so I appreciate you putting that in there. I need to link that in there. Add a note in here because I forgot to link that in my blog post. But the thing that confuses me is, why is there a space babe on the moon with... What is going on here? I don't understand how you put those things together, and that's a coherent scene. Anyway, it's fun though. All right, we're getting close here. Let's load up another one right here. Let's load that one, and let's load XESS2 Rewind. Here we go. All right, let's run this one. This one starts with a countdown screen, if I remember. Oh, what? Wait, no, there we go. Oh, that's cool. All right, now, oh, I remember this one. This one is pretty interesting. Check out this next screen. It's really going to harken back to like 8-bit computing. So watch those screens. We'll watch a few of them. I won't give this one away. You may want to take this one, download it, and play with it yourself. But each screen, there you go. See if you can identify what's showing up in each of those screens. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of this one. And this next one is going to be called Rock this C64. So let's go ahead and load this one up right here. And this one is load rock this and a C64. MEGA64 by the Comic Group, if I'm not mistaken. All right, here we go. Here's Rock This. Love the music on this one. So, and this is it. This is all it does. It goes up here, it drops a message, and that's pretty much it. But it is pretty impressive. I love the muted kind of look, the black and white with the kind of blue highlights and hinting. It's really pretty impressive, and the music is really good. Yeah, that sounds really good. All right, so we're getting there. We're going to go to the Omega 8 demo. What do we have? We have a few more left. And this next one is load Omega 8 demo. I love that. That just makes sense. Load the Omega 8 demo. Why can't they all be that easy? There's a lot of spacebar pressing in this, if I remember, because we have to move through a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to hit space. There we go. And it says to hit space. So here's another screen here. Good sound here. Now, I love this one. It's a little glitchy. Oh, it looks like it's messed up. Hang in there. Normally, if I saw this, I'd think, oh, it's toast.
Push to the dark of the light, and then if it pops too soon, press down again, make it all. Yeah, no!
Now, I love this. Press the long one to leave this part. So what they mean, of course, the long one is the space bar, right? And so we're going back through this whole rotation again. Interesting. And then we press the long one again. And this one, you could just keep on pressing the space bar and going through some really cool demos. So I'm going to assume that in between those space bars, when we're seeing the glitching, is that's a loader, a fast loader. Now this one says press 1 to 3 for different flies. And what they mean is watch the text. I'm going to go ahead and press 1, 2, and then 3. So you see that we get a little different text pattern. Okay, enough of that one. Let's go in and the future's so bright. We gotta wear shades. This is it. It plays music in the background. And so what you can do is you can list, you can continue to program here. I could type a program, say 10, let's see if I can type. Let's do print, retroCombs, let's do this. Let's go ahead and 20, 20, go to 10, check this out. Now I'm gonna run this, watch this. Okay, so you would think, what's going on here? But you'll notice the music still runs. So I can break that. Now here's the last one for today. We are going to load this one. This one will get me a copyright strike almost immediately. I just know, but we'll go ahead and we'll load it anyway because it is so good. Load, and I'm not sure, I may have shown this on something before. So this one is fun, and I don't know if it says this music is by DEFT. Is this the same DEFT that's in the MEGA65 community? Because if it is, this is really good. Listen to this. There we go. Yeah, at least now I'll get the copyright strike. So thanks for letting me know that was missing. So good to know. Let's see. So this sounds like the Airwolf. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that. All right. Well, Max says, nice. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let the music run for a little bit, go back down here to chat and see what's going on. But as I like to say at this time, retroCombs out. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining.